welcome back to this little project. Next thing we're going to talk about are the tires for the rear. Everybody loves tires, right? Oh yeah, everybody loves tires. Anyway, for our track out here, non-magnet on the wood, the Pioneer rubber just does not hook up. If it does on your track, that's fine. You don't have to change tires, but we're definitely going to change them here. Plus, we're going to true the wheels up a little bit, make sure they're okay, and then onto the tires. Because these wheels, I got to tell you, I don't know who it was that convinced Pioneer that they needed some American stamped steel wheels for these cars. I mean, whoever that guy was, he was just a genius and deserves, some kudos for that. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, anyway, we're moving on. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the right urethane tires. I like urethane out here for our dirt trackers, so we're going to go find the right urethane tires and get it on. Okay, first thing we're going to do is find tires for this Charger. It's pretty easy here at Slot Car Corner using a tire selector. So, tires by brand, click that. Paul Gauge urethane. We don't want by part number, just come down here to the Pioneer logo. That comes up, car model, Charger, apply. 21093XD and each compound are 21104. I'm going 21104, but the 21093 is basically a slip-on fit without a whole lot of work. But I'm going to go 21104. I just like them. They're a little bit bigger, and I am going to sand. So that's pretty easy to find the tires. So let's go put them on. And also, if you're new to the hobby, while you're here at Slot Car Corner website about the tires, go right here to resources and click on that, and they have all sorts of subjects here for you to learn about, but tires being one of the most important ones. And they'll discuss both Quick Slick Silicone and Paul Gauge, telling you how to find them, discussing the wheel sizes, things like that. Something that you need to learn if you're just getting started. Really helps you find tires. So make sure you check out this resources tab while you're here. Okay, so when using the 21104, the fit is pretty good, except there is a high center. I think you can see that, where it's just bulging out a little bit, and that's fine. That's fine because we're going to sand the wheels, and then we're going to sand the tires, and we'll be able to true that up. But this is the size I went with. If you don't have a tire machine, you're going to have to try to do this by hand, but my best suggestion is if you're in this hobby for the long haul, start looking on eBay, the for sale forums, see if a tire razor, something like that comes up. You really want to have one, especially if you want to try to save these plastic wheels. If not, if you got a bad set, then we have to go aftermarket. Trying to avoid that right now, so hopefully when we get this in a truer, we're going to be good to go. But that's where we're going to go next, work on these wheels, and then get the tires on, do the same. Okay, so the original diameter here with the rib, 15.50 millimeter. This one I brought down to 15.25 millimeter. Not a whole lot, but like I like to say, a little goes a long way. It's almost flush now. Most of that high center is gone, and the rest of it can easily be sanded away when I true the tire. So, am I going to glue the tires? Yes. I'm going to use a little bit of nail polish. That's what I like to use, clear nail polish. Sally Hansen's, that works great too. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to roll these flat, and then I'll true them. But, looking good. Okay, we've showed this before too, but I'll just show you how I glue the tires on the wheels real quick. There's my clear nail polish. And if you don't like the brush that it comes with, a little heavy, then I get these little disposable artist brushes. Hobby Lobby, anywhere. And then I just get it right here, the front edge there like that. Don't need a whole lot. Don't want to glob it on there too much. Yep, that looks good to me. Just like that. And then just get our tire, kind of put it right there like that. And, this stuff almost acts like a lubricant at first. Helps you slip the tire on. and you just make sure it's on there straight. And then now you just roll it, both of them. You just do the roll method like this. You make sure that the tires are fully seated and even. That's it. Now I'll sit there and I'll let these dry for 20-30 minutes, and then we'll put them in the truer, get them trued up. Alright, as you can see, I'm just getting started. I'm using a 200 grit, a little bit rough, at about 5.5 volts. And I'm getting it taken down here, as you can see. And I also use an emery board and cleaned up the flash molding on the inside of the tire. I did both of those to start with. And I'm bringing this down. And then when I'm done, I usually change over to 1500 or 2000 grit with a little water to wet sand it. But looking good so far. I'm sure it'll hook up nice. Okay, the tires are done. Got the axle put back in. They're looking really good. But there's one more thing you have to do. I know, but I'm telling you, if you don't do it, you're going to get aggravated. Okay? Because all the chatter is not going to be gone. And that's because of the bushings in the chassis and the way they fit. These are really good bushings that Pioneer uses in these chassis. The fitment of the axle to the bushing is really good. It's the fitment of the bushing in the chassis. There is a lot of slop. You can just sit there and see it moving up and down. And what that happens when you see that, you bring it out on the track, you got everything ready to go, you pull the trigger, you're gonna see this car, it'll chatter a little bit, and that's because of that. So, time to glue them in place. And once again, UV glue. I just put a drop here and here, right there on the tops. I already lubricated the axle first, but the UV glue isn't that fast or that harsh as super glue. And then, of course, I let it flow down in there, and then I give it a zap, there for about 10 seconds a piece. And now it's nice and solid with no free play. I've also added a little bit of weight here, about 3 or 4 grams. The chassis right now is right around by itself with that lead, about 54, 55 grams. That's not bad. I don't know if I'll add any more or not. We're just going to go out there and test it, but I'm pretty happy with it just the way it is. But it's time to finally get the body on, give it a test run. Oh well, one final thing just for show. The good old HRW toothpick tire trick. A little bit of that apple barrel yellow. Had to put my markings on there just to match the tire that came off. It's all for effect, and it does the job. Okay, time for some fun. Yeah, I can tell right off, just nice and smooth, no chatter. A little gear noise, but has to do a little bit of breaking in. Not much, but the important thing is nice and smooth the way I wanted it. It's really not that much work, and we saved most of all the stock components. These things cost enough anyway, but sometimes, well, you're going to have to go aftermarket. We'll get to that later. But most times I've found you chew up these stock wheels and tires, you can make them work. This is what I wanted to see for this car, so mission accomplished. I could push a little harder here just to see. Yeah, 2925's not bad at all. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's exactly what I wanted. I'm very pleased with it. This is just one cool Mopar that Pioneer's made. They've got several of these, and we like to bring them out here, dirt track style, Saturday night style, oval style, whatever you want to call it. It just needs a little bit of work, but now we got some nice float. Wheels and tires are good to go. We actually have a guide up here that'll work. It's you put all that together, you get a nice smooth operator out here on the lumber. So anyway, guys, hope it helped you. Look forward to your comments online as always. If you have any questions, fire away. Hope you guys are having a great one out there, and please stay safe.